My name is Jonathan White. I'm Professor of Politics at the LSE European Institute. One of the courses I'm going to be teaching this coming year is called The Future, Political Responses to a Challenge, EU481. This is a half-unit course that runs in the Lent term, and it's a course that's only been running for a few years. The future. So this is not a course about predicting the future, about how to do good forecasting. It's a course that's instead about the role that ideas of the future play in shaping public policy, legitimizing public policy, and also in challenging policy. I think it's always interesting to study concepts that are in question in some fashion. And I think it's fair to say that the future is, in contemporary societies, one of those. One of the things that you see in the contemporary crises of Europe and beyond is not just, I think, a concern about the immediate problems that have to be faced for public policy, for political actors of various kinds, but a sense of the problem of imagining alternatives, perhaps even a certain fear or sense of fatalism that we might be trapped in an enduring present, a loss of hope, a loss of ideology. And of course, what is ideology if not a sense that the future could be different from the present? All of this, of course, then is combined with fears about perhaps impending problems, challenges, even catastrophes. Global warming is clearly one of those. So this is a course which is interested in how we got to this point, a point where the future is somehow in question, a source of anxiety, and a source of perhaps even hopelessness. It begins historically, looking at the future as an emerging theme in utopian and Enlightenment thought, a concept of the future which is different from the past, an open future, as opposed to the future as simply endless repetitions of the present. We look here then at ideas of revolutions as opening new paths, and of constitutions as things that on the one hand have to produce stability in the present, but at the same time have to combine this with a certain open-endedness. Then the course moves on into 19th and 20th century perspectives on the future as found, for example, in socialism and ideas of planning. Conversely, in theories of capitalism and capitalist continuity and transformation, how the system can be made both workable and legitimate. And we also look at some of the new anxieties produced by geopolitical developments, such as the advent of nuclear weapons, which coincided with a great deal of mid-20th century thinking about the future and how to prepare for it. And then the second half of the course moves us very much into present-day concerns, how the future is conceived and made in the present from areas of public policy such as finance to environmentalism, emergency management to the impact of algorithms and tech. And then finally, we draw things together by looking at democracy and how some ideas of the future may be more conducive to democracy than others. What would it mean to democratize the future in the contemporary conditions that we live in? So as you can probably imagine, this is quite an interdisciplinary course. It draws on history, political thought, sociology, economic thought, tries to weave these together into an interdisciplinary perspective on something that concerns all of us, the future. It's delivered as a combination of interactive lectures and seminars in the Lent term, as I say, and culminating in a written assessment that takes place in the summer term.